Going on, Bigfoot world? We're gonna try another Friday Night Live. Hopefully this one will last for a little while. Seeing everybody's got a little head start on me. I had to make some coffee real quick before I got on here. But you guys are crazy. Hope everybody's holiday was pretty good. Can everybody hear me? We got a good connection. Yeah, Pamela, you was right. Had to get that coffee. Going on, Bobby, Joe, Lori. I see everybody's on here. Real Mama, little Ted. Ted, we live. He don't care. Ted don't care. But yeah, my Christmas was pretty good. Got to see all the kids. It was peaceful. It was peaceful for a change. For as many kids as I got. I don't know if you guys seen the Facebook. It was a long day, Christmas, guys. Are you guys really gonna fight? They're talking. Good to see you made it. You took it off of her? This is cookies, Ted. We got a dog dispute going on here. It's going on. But guys, did you see that video? I wanted to talk to you guys about, man. The one where I was going to check on Bigfoot in the hole, and right after I left Bigfoot in the hole, I came up around to the top, and something crazy happened, because I don't know if I got zapped. You guys, I'm gonna take it off of both of you. They're worse than the kids sometimes. Look at them. They're worse than the kids. They'll let them straighten it out on their own. But man, as I was saying before the kids interrupt me, as I went up around to the top and got up on top, it's like I forgot where I was at, who I was. I forgot everything. I forgot what direction I was going, what I was doing. It was like at that for like 5 seconds, I was flooded with all these questions, like, what am I doing here? Who am I? What? Like, I lost all memory, complete. That never happened ever before. Like I got a touch of dementia or something. Something happened up there. These guys are going to stop. These two. That's enough. Give it here. Now either one of you got it. But when I got up there, I didn't. For like 5-7 seconds, I didn't know what the hell was going on. I didn't know where I was at, how I got there, what my name was, it's just like, what is this? I was looking at the camera like, and then I was filming. That was, and I came home and was watching that. It's like, I had to get zapped. They had something that never happened before ever. And for that, just my mind just went completely blank like that, just wiped everything out. Like I couldn't. It was the most craziest feeling in the world. Like I was lost. And man, I hope I ain't out there one time and my memory just stays gone. That I don't know what the hell happened there, but I don't know if you guys seen that. That just, if that was me getting zapped, I don't think I like that too much, because they just like completely erased my memory, my thought, and then it flooded me with a bunch of other thoughts, like a bunch of other questions at one time, like, who am I? What am I doing here? Where am I going? Why? It's just like, wow, what the hell happened? It freaked me out. And then for the rest of that day, I was thinking about it, like, what happened back there? Because my memory, everything came back at the same time. Like, oh, I'm filming. I just left the hole down there. I'm walking up to the top. Did you get it back? See, they got their toy back, and now they're gonna fight over it. They're gonna keep interrupting me. Ted, Take it here, man. Take it. You win. These dogs, I can't win with them. They're gonna set their fight over it now. You guys want to see a dog fight? That's enough. Give it here. Like a cookie. That's it. Good play. You're the bus gonna go somewhere. That's enough. Are you gonna bite me? We're live. You're gonna bite me while we're live. Okay. She said, yeah. My dogs won. They won that fight. You can't mess with a cookie. But yeah, guys, I'm glad this year's about over. This was like one of the worst years ever when it comes to a little bit of everything. And I just want to put this year behind me, start fresh. This year, I got, man, yeah, I know she got it back. You keep interrupting me. I like you too, buddy. But I got a lot planned this year, a lot going on, a lot of interesting things. On top of this channel, I'm going to be starting the other channel in the beginning of January. I was telling you guys about Jeff's Real World. So there's going to be a lot of crazy things going on. I was always looking for something as well, but I knew I was looking for myself. I see you, G. My bad, guys. I was catching up with you guys' comments. But like I said, I think I was zapped. I'm pretty sure. When I go to the doctors, I'm gonna mention it to my doctor what happened in the episode and let him know that it was on film. I completely forgot who I was, where I was, how I got there. It's like my mind just completely went blank for like 10 seconds, 5-10 seconds. And it scared me because I really didn't know where I was or how I got there, who I was. And that's not a good feeling. I'm pretty sure I was zapped, but I ain't going to go to a doctor and say, hey, doc, I was out there looking for Bigfoot. And I think the dude zapped me and I forgot who I was. I got to come at him another way. But it's just weird. I that's something I'm definitely going to get checked out on. Make sure it's not something physical. That's what I think too. I got zapped. I'm pretty sure because the growls. I heard the growls behind me. I mean, I knew they was there. They're still around. It proved my theory. My main theory I wanted to see, like this winter, do they migrate or do they go underground and hibernate for a couple months, or what they do through the winter? But it seemed like they hang out here. They seem like they're still here. I mean, they're not as active and they're not running around as much, but they're definitely still here. These past couple of weeks that I've been going out there by myself, they're showing me that they're definitely still here. Without a doubt, they're still here. I got them drumming at me, playing drums like a human would that's the tongue deaf that didn't really know what the hell they was doing on the drums. A lot of things been going on out there that let me know that they're there. Did you guys hear that fake crow that was like 50 feet up ahead of me? It was on the ground and it was so loud and intense. It was nowhere near a crow, the sound of a crow, but he tried. He tried to imitate the crow sound. As I was walking up over the hill, like 50 feet ahead of me, he started crowing and shit. I said, "You hear this fake ass crow up here?" I knew he was up there. I could hear him crunching on the lead, but I was trying to pretend like there was nothing up there. I let the camera know there's crunching going on up there, and I started walking up on the angle and kept him up to my left. But they're still up there. I don't think down in that side, down on the ravine, the Bigfoot in the hole. I might go back up toward the maze one more time this winter, but that's not going to be really my main focus this year. Coming in, my main focus this year it is like other forests, bigger forests. I want to check out bigger forests. I want to sneak into state forests, spend the nights in them. I mean, I want to. We're gonna go all out this year. Even I know we're not allowed, but sometimes if you want to learn and know the truth about what's going on out there, you gotta bend the rules a little bit. So I'm gonna be doing that a lot more this year. Be bending the rules of the game and pushing my luck a little bit, so to speak, going in deeper into the forest and just seeing what happens, seeing what's out there, and filming as I go. But that's the only way we're going to really find out anything is to get out there and be with them and just wait for them. But that's one of my plans. Hit these bigger forests in our area. We got a lot. There's a lot of things going on up there. Going on, Nova. I see you made it on. But let me get caught up on you guys' comments real quick. I done missed a lot of them just BSing. That was Bigfoot making that growling. Yeah, I heard him growl. But my theory is with that, and I'm a firm believer of it, that like the missing people, I think if you know they're there, try not to let him know that you know he's there. The moment he knows that you know he's there is the moment you're not going to tell about it. And I think that's with any animal. What I had experience with mountain lions. I was walking out a trail, and a mountain lion was sitting up on the bank just watching me as I was passing. I was looking down over the other side of the bank as I was passing, and something told me to look over. And as I looked over to my right, he yelled at me, and I didn't make eye contact with him. I kind of took off and ran the opposite direction from camp. Camp was back this way. I wasn't thinking. I took off deeper into the forest, and this thing, he kind of like trotted behind me, but it didn't mess with me. I didn't make eye contact with it, and it's with any animal. If you don't make eye contact with it, and he don't know that you know it's there, you got a better chance of walking away than you looking straight at him, pointing the camera at him, and say, "Oh shit, there's a Bigfoot right there," and then he knows that you got eyes on him, and now he's got to make the choice to run or to make you disappear so you don't go tell nobody. And I think that's some of the things I've been working on this past summer and winter going into these woods. And I realized if you know that if he knows that you know that he's there, that's when things go wrong on that one. I can't see that because it's blocked. That. I was reading what you wrote, Rhonda. It's for the teachings that I like that. That's interesting, and I do learn a lot. You do learn a lot talking to your elders, your history. There's a lot that you can definitely learn from just BSing from them. Going on, Rick. Yeah, them mountain lions, man. I, that's the only bad experience I really ever had with a mountain lion. I think I was just walking and caught him we caught each other, kind of surprised each other at the same time, so to speak. It tore a building down that had people making meth inside. You reminded me of something, Mary. Um, I think we messed like Fred's ex girlfriend had this campsite. It's far in the woods. I know I told you guys about it a million times, and I know you're probably tired of hearing about it. But the overall thing of what we learned about that, we went in there. That was we. I didn't know nothing about Bigfoot. I never had a sighting before that experience, that trip out there. And what I learned when we went out there, we went out just to have a good time, to get away from everybody and everything. And we went so deep into the forest, we had no cell phone signal. We was miles and miles into the forest. And we just, every morning we get up, we stayed for like 4 or 5 days. The first trip, every morning we get up, and or I would get up early in the morning before everybody else would wake up, like 5, 6 o'clock, right as sun was coming up. I would go for a hike. And my first day out there, I went for a hike and walked out this trail and came out to this open field. And I seen these big footprints going up this dirt trail. And I started following it up, and something crashed up. So that was my first sighting of a Bigfoot. And I was like, damn, man, these things are really real. So we pretty much finished out that vacation talking about them, trying to plan what we're going to do. What like, man, we got to film these things. They're here. They left stacks of rocks outside of the cabin. Well, that was the second trip. So we decided to leave like a day early, leave the cabin. We decided to go home, gather all the cameras we can get up, the deer cams we can get, and just go spend another week out there and see what we can catch. We had zero experience on camera work. We really still don't. But we went out there acting like we knew what the hell we was doing. We went up there. We posted up these deer. I found like a structure. It was almost like a shelter. It was all built in with pine branches. It was all just like a shelter would be, like a. That's kind of hard to explain. But we ended up putting it, me, Carrie, and Fred. There was three of us. We put the deer cans. We set one of the deer cans facing down onto the structure, and another one up on the other side of the mountain. We didn't have no memory cards. Didn't know nothing about memory cards. So we pretty much turned them on, put batteries in them, the deer cans, and closed them up and walked away. Didn't know jack shit of what we was doing. So that night we were sitting out back behind the cabin, and we had a bonfire going. We was all BSing, telling stories, having a good time. And around 11:30, we heard this scream, loud scream. I mean, this Bigfoot screamed. It echoed for good 20 miles. You could hear that scream echoing through the mountains. And what was going through my head, that he walked across the deer cam and it flashed, and the flash just blinded him, and it pissed him off, and he screamed. So the next morning, we all got up and we walked up there to the deer cam, check it out. And they, like 20 feet from the deer cam, they put almost, they put rocks, 3 rocks. The rocks that Fred used to block up the deer cam, they took and put like a barrier. Like, if you cross this line, the deer cam's going to flash. They blocked it. And so Fred decided, you know what, since they're smart, let's take it and move it over 20 feet and put it up inside the trunk of a tree. So he stuck it up into the tree, and we left it go for 2 nights. And that after we left it up there, we went back to the cabin. That night, me, Fred, and Carrie was walking down to the wood line. Right, we just had the flashlights. We were gonna go shine the lights into the woods, front like 20 feet from the cabin. And as soon as we started walking over to the wood line, the forest line, where our yard ended from the cabin to the forest, I shined a light out there, and a big boulder, you hear ricocheting off the trees. So we bolted back into the cabin, locked the doors and shit. All night we got rocks hitting the cabin, bouncing off the cabin. Then we came out the next morning. We were scared to come out that night. The next morning we came out, there was like a triangle-shaped rock sitting on the porch. We walked like 10 feet over on the corner of the cabin. There was 3 stacks of rocks. And the middle rock had a stick beside it, because I had my machete. I always carried my machete the whole time I was up there. It was like warning us. There was 3 stacks of rocks for me, Fred, and Carrie to come up and get these damn cameras. So that was our last day up there anyways. So that morning I went up there, I collected the cameras, brought them back, and we headed out of there. Well, about 2 or 3 weeks later, Fred's girlfriend's parents went up there to spend the weekend, and I guess the whole forest side, the cabin on facing the forest side, had a big hole in it, and inside the cabin was trashed. And they're trying to say that we left food inside the cabin. That a bear came in, busted in the side of the wall to come in to get the food that we left, but we didn't leave no food inside that cabin. All the food that was left over, we threw it out into the field so that the animals could eat it, and threw the garbage into the burning bin so it could be burnt. And then we left out. There was no food whatsoever. We cleaned up and all around the cabin, so they didn't have a problem with us coming back. So I think the Bigfoot came to let us know that they didn't want us back coming back there. They busted up the cabin. They busted a big, massive hole in it, and now her family doesn't want us to come back up there because they think we left food in the bear. I don't think the bear did it. I think because we took them cameras up there and posted them up, they pretty much trashed that cabin, and they don't want us in there really at all with that kind of shit. But Fred's been working on trying to get back out there, and it's it's not looking good. It's not looking good. I even tried to tell him I paid for the damages. We'll load up all the material and go up there and fix it. While we're fixing it, we can go out and film in the mornings and fix it in the afternoon and sort of something just to get back out there. But they're not having it. One of these days, I'm going to buy that cabin. I'm going to buy that forest, that little area there, and that's the experience that area. You got to consider yourself blessed because the deer they don't never see humans, so they just walk right up to you. You can almost reach out and hand feed the deer. It's an amazing place. That's the same time I ran into that mountain cat, that big ass mountain lion on me. I, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a mountain lion because it had the long hair coming up past his ears and shit. Right, but they definitely don't want us there. They didn't want us up there, but that area, if you wanted to get footage of a Bigfoot or a whole tribe of them, that would be the spot because they're not they don't hide from you. They're right out. When I went back up to get them cameras that morning to retrieve the cameras, the second trip, if I would have had to walk past that tree where the camera was, I would have had my head taken off because there was a male Bigfoot standing behind the tree with a log. I didn't even notice because I was filming what they put on the ground, like the barrier, and then I was telling the camera about there's the deer came up there and they put barrier here. If I step across here, watch this, it'll flash. Meanwhile, there's a male up behind the tree with a big club ready to take my head off. And so I walked up, I was bent down, I unhooked everything, put the deer cam in the bag, and I heard something to my right, and I shine, and I got I don't know if it was a female, but a smaller one poking out behind the tree to my right. So I have one in front of me and one to my right just standing there. I pretend like I don't see anything. I'm still talking about how they left the marks, and I turn around back out away from them, like my back with the camera kind of pointed down. I knew they was there, and I'm walking away, and I finally get out of that wood line and walk down through this field, thinking this this is like the best experience in the world. I said the world got to see this, and I was so ever since that day I was like fascinated with them. I got to know more about them, and then the more I go out to learn about them, the more I want to go. The more it's like the more you don't know shit, the more you learn about them when it comes down to the Bigfoot because they're just so I don't even know the word I'm looking for. They're just so elusive here, but there they're not. It's like two different worlds, and it reminds me of the black bear and the grizzly bear. How the grizzly bear they'll tear your ass up. They'll chase you down. They'll do whatever. To where the black bear they'll run off. Chances are not chances out of 10 they'll run off unless you got some pecan pie in your backpack and some banana bread in your backpack. Then your ass is tore up pretty much. But other than that, a blackbird just run off when you're walking down through the forest. They'll get away from you, and that's pretty much the same thing with the team. Like up there, them was the grizzly Bigfoots, and down here is like the black bear of the Bigfoot, so to speak. If you understand what I'm saying, it's going fast, and I'm trying to keep up. Here, Jet, and here, Jet. I hear you, Mary. Jeff, Harold asked you a question. My fault, Harold. Let me go up and see what you were saying. I was talking, man. My fault. Let me see where. You see, Harold. I don't see it. You might have to. You might have to ask again because.
Oh, right here. Jeff, did you see the Bigfoot that was 5 feet from you on your left side?
On all fours, Harold. That this week, I see it now, Harold. Yeah, I didn't see it at the time, but I seen it on film, and that's amazing. That's what I was talking about. I think it was the. I don't want to say a name because I hate saying the wrong name, but I was talking about it to somebody earlier. I don't really even like messing around on that side of the mountain because 2 years. I know that there's a female, a big mom, a great big mom, and there was a 4 foot a little young one and a newborn baby 2 years ago down in there, and she been staying over on that one side toward the maze. Every time we go over there, we'll get some kind of footage. Jeffrey got great footage of her. Fred got some good footage. Carrie got the best footage because she had all three of them sitting on the other side of the bank, just sitting there, and well, she slipped down on this side of the ravine and made a squeak when she went to slip. And then the little 4 foot one, like, oh, he made a sound. And that's when she zoomed in on it and caught it. Them pictures are on the Facebook page, Into the Woods with Jeff. Most of you guys seen them. That, that I almost forgot what I was even talking about. But going down on that side of the mountain, I don't really like messing around because she has a newborn baby down there, and I didn't want to get stuck in between her and the baby. But now this last trip going down in there, it seems like the newborn is a little bit older, and she has another one. There's two little ones and a bigger one, and then the mom. So since within the 2 years, she had a newborn and another one since the last time we were down there, ran into him messing around. So now there's four over there, over on that side, over by the maze. There's the mom and then her three young ones. And I don't really like messing around over there because I don't. She growled at me that day. Yeah, that Sunday. She growled at me behind me, and that was like just keep walking. She was letting me know just keep moving. Don't even come back here. And I had it out of there. I didn't mess with her. I was by myself. You guys had to hear that growl. That growl, it like sent chills down my back. It just meant one thing, just to head out. So that's what I did. I don't like messing with her and her babies. And I think that's why she's over on that side of the ravine. it's just her by herself. And then over on this side of the mountain, it's the whole tribe. I always run into different ones, different sizes, little fat ones, gigantic, seem like 15 feet tall one. The white one is over on that side. I never seen a white one until that day. The dead came out with us. We was all out there walking, and that white one jumped up and ran across that rock face and jumped 20 feet over to another rock and took off yelling at us. That was an amazing experience that we all got to experience. All right, guys, I must stop for a second and roll me a bugler and get caught up on you guys' comments. I gotta go by myself because right now, when it comes to Mike, he's tied up in his girlfriend. Fred's in a situation getting back on his feet. So the only thing I can do right now is to go full speed ahead by myself until the team can get back together again, which ain't no big deal. You guys will enjoy these next event. This next event coming up. Definitely tune in for it. I got a surprise for you guys. I'm gonna try something. I ain't gonna tell you guys about it in case I wimp out, in case I become a wuss and don't do it. But I got a surprise for you guys coming up. Don't blame you. Should be trying to look like a stone. Yeah, I didn't see it until on film. It looked like it was down on all fours, crouched down. But if when you take it frame by frame, you can see it you can see it moving. I definitely seen that, Harold. There's a couple of you guys seen that on there, spotted him. And at one point, it was up ahead of me, like 20 feet, and I walked right out past it, didn't even see it. So they're still down in there. They're still here for the wintertime, unless it's just been still kind of warm most days, and they ain't left yet. I'm not sure, but I'll find out. I'll find out. This winter really didn't hit yet. January and February is when like we get the most part of the hardest hit of the winter, so to speak. No, he's going to wear a mask of Bigfoot or no, no. Yeah, Harold. I don't know how I didn't see it. That's what I'm looking at the film, watching it, and it's like he can just touch me. And that happened more than once. That happened so many times. I walked right past him. And matter of fact, last winter, I got one for you. Last winter, it was me, Fred, and Mike. We all three walked past him. This dude was covered in leaves. I shit you not. He was up against the rocks. It's like some shit a Navy SEAL dude would do. This Bigfoot was up against the rocks, blended in, kind of like my shirt is. He would have leaves all over it. And we walked. He was up against the rocks, and there was 4 foot over. There was rocks on this side, and we walked in between the rocks. And this dude was up against the rocks. And as I'm walking through, I think I was the last one. There was Fred, Mike, and then me. And I was walking through with the camera filming, and I was talking. And as I'm passing, he's on this side, backed up. And the only way I noticed it was him. He showed his teeth as I was passing. He showed his teeth, and then the steam came out of his breath. And I got it on film when I walked past him. It's like, why didn't he grab me? Why didn't he could have bit my face, like juked and bit my face off if he wanted to, but he didn't. It's just as I was walking past him, he showed his teeth, and he let us walk right by him. A million times they could have just snatched us up, and they didn't. I don't understand why. Probably because they know that if they did, the woods would be flooded with a bunch more humans looking for them, and it'd be more headache than what we're worth. So they just don't even bother with us. I think when it comes down to it, but man, we had some crazy experience. Pamela, it was on the last channel. It was on the channel that was one of the best channels out there, and I'm still to this day disgusted that I lost it. But a lot of you guys got to see them videos on that last channel that got taken from me. I seen. I ain't gonna get into it because we got a good stream going. I ain't trying to say nothing wrong, and get as soon as somebody flags it, it shuts the live stream down. So let's not go that direction with it. Let's keep it going the way we're going because they watching, guys. Rhonda, I understand fully. I understand fully. One thing is right, right. Well, I think that's what's going on now, Harold. I think we're running out of space and we're starting to move in to more of their property and we're starting to get more activity out of them. And if we keep doing it, we keep pushing them back into a corner. What's going to happen is they're going to be forced to fight back, and we're not going to like it when they take a stand because there's not just a couple of them. There's there's more than people could imagine. And they've been hiding, and I don't know how they could even been hiding for so long. It's like I'm 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 going on 37, 47 years old, and my whole life going in the woods. I ain't never seen no signs of them. I ain't never had heard of anything, not alone seen something like that. And then all of a sudden, we go out to the woods, out to the forest one time in one certain spot, and this thing just jumps out at us like, hey, he been here the whole time. And then once you start seeing the signs, the bends, the leans, the X's, the A's, shit, and then you start following them, and then you keep doing that repeatedly, and you, sooner or later you're going to it lead you to their nesting area, to the water area, to their food source. You're going to learn more and more about them the more you go out there, and that's what's fascinating with them. And it seems like they never stay in the same. They stay in the same area, but never in the same spot, so to speak. It's hard to explain. You have to, and it's hard to track where they're going to be at today. Are they going to be over here up on top today, or are they going to be 2 miles down below up on the far side? Like there's so many different spots they have, but I think what I've learned so far with them, and I can't speak. I just what I think. It's not no facts. I think they're like deer. How deer go on like a certain cycle throughout their life. They're taught a certain cycle to go on, and they stick throughout their life on that same cycle. I think that's the same thing with the Sasquatch. I think they're like brought in when they're born, their parents teaches them one certain way, one certain cycle to go through every day. Let's stop here at this time. Let's eat this bark, and then let's go down here and grab some berries. Now we'll circle around. I think it's just one cycle that they're stuck on, and once you learn that cycle, you'll start catching on to where they're going to be at certain times of the day or certain times of that week, and, or year, so to speak. But I'm learning a lot about them as I go. And this winter, it seemed like they're getting more comfortable with me. They're not running from me anymore. They're just laying there and let me walk past them. It's like they know it's they're just so used to seeing me, they don't even care anymore. It's hard to explain with them, but you guys are seeing what's going on, and that's the best part about it. We're seeing it together. That they're not running off anymore. They're just hanging out. either going up on top of a rock and watching me, or sitting over here behind the stump, let me walk on past. But they're not running off like they used to. Before, when we would walk up into the woods, you can hear them crashing off all directions, just shit breaking, smashing all directions. But now they're just laying low and letting us come in and watching us watch them, and I guess that's a good thing, and that's what we want. So we're winning with these guys. I guess we're making friends with them, so to speak. I want to look at it that way. I've been making friends with them. They've been interacting with us. Every time I go in there, they're doing something different. It's been interesting every single time. Like the drumming. When I went up to the second layer, when I went in 2 weeks ago into the second layer, I was thinking about going up to that third layer. But I was thinking about just saying hell with the snow and just fighting up to that third layer, and seeing if they're up there, if there's any tracks. And when I was thinking about going up there, that's when the drumming started to my right. Like he was reading my mind. Like he knew I was about to climb up there. And as soon as I was about to make the move to go up there, he started drumming loud. And I said, okay, I'm gonna go follow drummer boy, see what he wants. And I got back down off of the second layer and walked toward him. And he kept drumming as I was walking toward him. And I went in between the rocks, and then the drum stopped. And that's when I found the big puddle, and then like a trail of blood going for a good ways. And I never found the where the hunter. I never found the deer or the tracks where the hunter found or it's been interesting every time I go out there. I think first kill they did them Bigfoot, and they wanted to show me that they just I don't know what happened, but you guys got to experience that with me. We experienced that together, and that's the good thing about this whole channel thing, about going into the woods and filming as I'm going, because you guys are seeing what I'm seeing at the same time. And there's been some crazy shit going on these last couple of weeks going out there, especially by myself. I can sneak in a little bit more quieter. I can sit there and just for a half hour, let a half hour go by and let something come up into me. And instead of them pushing me along, let's go, Dad, come on, Dad. I mean, I could go at my own speed and do my own thing. And I ain't kind of stressing going out by myself anymore in the daytime, but I'll never do it again at night. But yeah, Lori, that's what he was doing. He was trying to lure me away from that third layer and get me over toward him, away from him. Till he do that, Jeff. What you want me to do, Mary? Let me go up and find Mary's comment.
You need to take a drum. They need to be.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea. But that's at the same time, taking the drum up there, I gotta walk miles. When I to go up into Bigfoot land up there, I gotta walk a good bit, good ways. And the equipment that I carry already is back breaking. So carrying the drum up there, but something I can do when I go up there, I can drum on a dead tree or something hollow and try to get his attention that way. The green sickle is going on. I second that emotion 100%. That's what we're going. I'll try that this week coming up. When I go up there, I'll set up the camera. I'll try to drum and see if I can get his attention that way. I'm gonna check out Bigfoot land. Actually, I'm lying, guys. I'm lying to you. I'm lying to you. The following week, I'll do that. I got something else in mind. I I tell you what. If I was out of what I got planned, I'll do that. I'll go to Bigfoot land and do that. But if not, then but these next 2 weeks, it's going to be interesting, guys. Stay tuned for the next 2 weeks. because I'll do the drumming out there, Bigfoot land, and see what he does on that. And then I got something planned coming up here shortly this week. This week coming out. As long as I don't wuss out, which I ain't going to. I ain't going to wuss out. We're going to get it done. We're going to do it. I'm going to do it. Inquire mind want to know, and the only way you're going to find out is if you go. And I'm going to go. Yeah, the mirror thing. I've been seeing videos about everybody doing the mirror. That's what I want. I'm waiting till after hunting season's over before I start playing around like that in the woods. That cam I got, that deer cam, that thing is that thing is badass. Whoever sent me that still didn't tell me who sent me that, and I appreciate it because that thing is badass. After the hunting season's over, I'm going to take a mirror out, and I got a mirror in a frame. It's like two or whatever. I'm gonna put it on a tree, and I'm gonna put like the hide that deer cam, a little bit further back away from that mirror, but I got some plans with the mirror thing. I'm gonna try that mirror thing with that deer cam, but not in Bigfoot land. And I'm gonna do it in another part of the woods. And well, the reason I want to do it in Bigfoot land is because when it comes to deer cams, they leave off that sound. I don't know if this one does because it's not actual deer cam. It's something totally different, and it films totally different. It records different. So I don't know too much about this one, but I'm gonna try it over where the caves are. I'm gonna set that one up in the mirror up over there toward the cave area, up deeper into the woods where no one's going to find, because that good piece of machinery, and I ain't trying to lose it. But I got some things planned that I'm gonna try with things. I still got to take the peanut butter and apples up there. I detonate the apples like 3 times and bought them 3 times over. So I got to get them up there, the Bigfoot land. There's a lot I got to get done, but the weather just won't let me get it done. If it ain't raining, it's below zero, and I got to go out anyways because I'm tired of sitting on the couch, and I know you guys are tired of seeing me sitting on the couch. So I had to hit the woods. It's like this week. I don't if it's raining or not. I'm going to go hit the woods. Uh, I'm like the mailman. Rain, sleet, or snow, I'm going to go. I just need to know what's going on out there at this time of year, and we ain't gonna find out till we go. But what's going on, Deb? I see you on here. I think I see Mr. Bruce. I think once you have an open mind and they know, yeah, you're right about that. Definitely. Pamela, I don't know. I think my mom's mad at me. Usually she on here by now saying something. You watching, Ma? You on here? I don't know if mom's on here or not, guys. I've been watching for her, but I ain't seen her. I didn't get to make it down her house for Christmas yet. The all the kids came at the same time. Man, my living room was full. There was like 30 kids on this couch right here piled up on me. Like, did I have all these kids? Where did they come from? It's like I will never see them all at the same time, and when I finally see them all together, it's like, damn, I had a crazy hobby growing up. All these kids, there she is. My mom's on board. Hey, mom. But I don't know if you guys are on my Facebook page. Check that out. There's all the pictures are on that page on Facebook. And I have that into the woods with Jeff, all my Bigfoot pictures and that I capture, and all the pictures that you guys capture, or I upload them onto that Facebook page, Into the Woods on Facebook. It's a closed group. So if some of you guys ain't a member, you might want to stop over and check that out and become a member. I'll get you in there. Just hit me up on Facebook, and I pretty much know who you are, so I'll get you guys in there. Oh yeah, of course you've seen them all. You're in there. Bobby Joe, Debbie. I've been trying to smoke this bugler for like 2 hours now. I gotta show you guys because the associations with to say it's something else. So it's bugler, guys. Will you give me some coffee? Martha, you need to be at it. All right, Rhonda, just come over on Into the Woods with Jeff on Facebook, and I'll add you on there. I'll get the notification on my phone, and if I don't care, we'll get you in there. She'll add you on. There's a couple moderators in there. Somebody will get you in there. Cal Jackson, he's a pretty good guy. He's a moderator in there. He's another one that analyzed my videos, and he finds a great deal of pictures out of them videos that surprises even me. Some clear ones, there's some good stuff in there. Hit that like button. Yeah, I forgot I didn't say it once, but everybody pretty much did. It seemed like it's evened up, 35-35. Everybody's pretty cool with that, hitting that like button. You guys know how YouTube is. That's why I'm going to go full time with it. This year is 2019. This is going to be my year. I'm going balls to the wall, Bigfooting on the weekend. During the week, I'm going to go out different places. Like I've been telling you, Gettysburg, Jamonsville. There's so many. Betty Knox, the actual location down in the Betty Knox. They say you can, when you're walking out this dirt road, you can hear this man hollering in the wind for saying her name, Betty Knox. I've already heard chains up there myself. Me and Fred, Mike, we heard chains rattling up there, and I want to get Mike and Jeff in on that, on the paranormal shit, because seeing them scared when shit starts happening in these haunted places, that would make a video that it would be gold. It would definitely be gold. They actually catch some paranormal shit, and to see their reaction together it would be gold. And I can't wait for this year to just kick off. Let's get this year over with, guys. I'm so over this year. This year was one of the worst years, but at the same time, it was one of the best because we're still here. We're still pushing on, and we got a couple of good pictures, a couple clear pictures this year. We're actually getting a Bigfoot to sit around and hang out with us these past couple of weeks, so we had made progress with him. We got Fred out of jail. There's a lot that happened this year. We should have been so much further by now. But all the knockdowns this year, pretty much I must kill my channel, and I must give up pretty much on it at one point. But you guys, I did actually give up on it, but you guys kept messaging me and cussing me out on Facebook, and it's like, you know what? I got to get back out there. I got to hit them woods. This is not me. Why am I even doing this? I hit that moment of depression, and like I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to be around anybody. It's like I hated everybody. It's just like I had enough of life and people, and I just gave up for a minute. But then I seen you guys' comments, and reading all you guys' comments and cussing me out and giving me a little bit of tough love. It picked me up where I needed to be, and I needed that, and I appreciate that, guys. But from this year coming, it's gonna be all right. It's definitely, I got a lot planned. It's already dates already on there. I got a calendar here. There's dates on it already planned for events for us to go to these events. One of them's already pretty much paid for. So we got some shit planned that I can't tell you guys. You just guys got to watch, because if I tell you guys, you won't watch. You got to watch. I hear you, Mary. Means a lot. My Facebook is Jeff Friend, Into the Woods with Jeff. Cookie, you're making me hot. Puppies, over there. That's my dog. James Spoon's on here. You're running late, James. Guys, I still ain't figured out what's going on with the time zone shit on my computer, but coming up here in a couple of days, I got a new computer coming in, and that's another thing that's going to pick me up. I got this badass computer coming. It's two screen tower. It's beautiful. It's got memory. What is it? 2 tiers of memory. So I'll never run out of video space. Guys, I got this a piece of equipment. It's like an upgrade to definitely what I need. I can't wait for it. The editing software that I gotta get for it, I'm gonna have to buy all that all over again, because my editing software was on my computer, my last computer. That's why these videos, that the editing has just been unedited, pretty much straight through. I ain't even been putting in the GoFundMe link at the end of the video. I just been pretty much putting Into the Woods with Jeff in the beginning, and at the end, thanks for watching, and no cuts, no nothing, just running it straight through and uploading it, because my editing software is the shit that's on this computer is garbage. And I got to work with what I got until I can get over to that computer set up, uploaded, and on its feet. But next year is coming. It's I got this. It's gonna be all right. I got a good feeling about this year. But New Year's Eve, guys, I don't drink too often. Like one time a year, maybe twice a year, on special occasions, so to speak. New Year's is one of them. Once in the blue moon, I'll drink like on my birthday or event with my kids going out or something stupid. I'll have a couple. But this New Year, guys, I'm celebrating that this year's over. I mean, I'm gonna film some shit, but it's not gonna be on this channel. It's gonna be on the other channel, and that's what I want to talk to you guys about. That other channel, the Jeff's Real World. I don't want to just keep it like haunted shit. It's gonna be a mixture of like everything. It's gonna be like my real life. You guys are gonna get to know my kids, my daughters, my Mike, Jeff. You're gonna get to know like my whole lifestyle on that channel. That's gonna be like my diary channel, my life video, so to speak. Everything goes on that channel, not just haunted shit, funny shit, a little bit of everything on that channel. So you guys definitely want to jump over to Jeff's Real World and subscribe for the new year, because I'm gonna be uploading on the daily on that one, and I'm gonna be uploading daily on this one. I'm starting to sound like a commercial and shit. So I must stop advertising, guys. How was you guys' New Year? How was you guys' Christmas so far? I know mine was peaceful. Mine was peaceful. I got to spend time with the kids. I mean, usually there's drama every holiday. There's some kind of drama. One of the family members want to fight somebody, or it's just drama here, drama. But this year, this Christmas was like peaceful. The kids came, they got their gifts, they hugged it, they said that I love yous and hugs, and they left, and it was so peaceful. There was no fight, no arguments. It was perfect. Too bad every like that. All right, the green sickle, you take it easy. You have a good one. I know I was in the middle of a story, but I seen the comment he was leaving. I want time. Keep your head up before you head it out. Come and go. But you miss them though. Now that they're older and they're doing their own thing, and it's hard to find out what they're up to, what they're doing. But they're still coming around to visit. That's all that matters. You know what I mean? That means I did a good job. That they still want to come around and be around their dad. What's going on, Matthew? That's cool, Deb. I definitely will, Wanda. Definitely will. Where'd you see these videos? I'm not sure what I'm doing yet. I got a couple of things in mind for the new year to bring in the new year. I'm just not what I'm not sure what avenue I want to take. I'm going to pick the avenue that's less trouble and less chances of going to jail. But no matter what avenue you take, there's always that chance of something going wrong or something going to jail. But I think the best way to go is I'm thinking I'm gonna go spend New Year's with the kids. Me and Carrie going to pack up and go spend the night with the kids and party with them, go do something with them. Stay out of the bars. Bars don't do nothing but get people killed and hurt, and bar fights, and bars ain't nothing but trouble. So I don't do the bar things. Best thing to do, spend it with your kids. That's what I'm going to do anyway. Lori don't like them dog men. Man, I ain't even going to start talking about them dog men. James is on here. James is the one when it comes to them dog man. He keep playing with him. He gonna be one of them 411 missing. I keep trying to tell him, James, leave the dog man alone. Wait till after we come out there and visit before you come up missing. We ain't trying to have you come up missing no time soon. You keep messing with them dog man up there on that hill, you're gonna come up missing. Them dog man, they're not nice. They're not something you want to mess with, James. Leave them alone. Trust me, leave them alone. Every story I've ever heard about them things wasn't nothing nice. It's nothing nice at all. So just leave them alone. Sleep doggy dog. Right? The dog pound. I don't know nothing about the dog men. I know that they're there. I know that they're real. And I know that they ain't nothing you want to mess with. Don't mess with them. And James, when we come out there, don't be taking us to no damn dog. We're not playing with no dog men. We're not playing. This is the kind of dog man I play with. Cook right here. We're gonna leave them dog man alone, James. We're gonna squatch and we're gonna find some caves, hit a couple caves, hit them mountains. You know, Denver, Colorado, been calling my name for a long time now. It's been about 10 years since I've been in the Rocky Mountains. Denver ain't nowhere near the mountains. They're all flat out in Denver. But up there toward the Rocky Mountains, I can't wait. There's so much up there. I was probably like, shit, 16, 17, probably younger since I've been in Colorado. It's one of the most beautiful places you ever want. That's a place, when it's time for me to retire, I'm going to the Rocky Mountains. That's where you'll find me. I'll be up there with James, camped up somewhere up in the Rocky Mountains on retirement. That's the best place up there. Best place we ever lived, ain't it, Mom? What's it called? Plattsville. Oh yeah, Plattsville, Colorado. That's where we live. Plattsville, Plattsville, Colorado. It was like 5 minutes from the mountain. It would be just 90 degrees in July, 2nd of July. It was like 90, 95 degrees down the bottom. And as soon as we started up that mountain, there was snowing. There was a foot, 2 foot of snow. The higher we got, the deeper the snow got up the mountain. So we had to turn around because we was all in the back of the pickup truck in shorts, tank tops, freezing, begging to get up front in the cab. There's only a two-seater pickup truck up there, and like five of us in the back, cold, begging they turn around. But that's the first time I ever seen the snow in July, and it was in the middle of the summer. It's crazy up there. Snoop is evil too. Yeah, definitely. You're right, James. Look up in the trees. Because last year around this time, I caught him climbing up in the trees. I caught the big female climbing up. Well, actually, I didn't. Her Truth caught her climbing up into the trees. As I was walking down the hill, she was pulling herself up into the trees where I couldn't see. Because most of the time, all humans do it, no matter what. When we're walking into the woods, we're always looking at the ground, looking where we're stepping at. We're never looking up, what's up there, or what's going on around us. We're always looking. That's our main downfall. And that's why we never see shit because we're always looking at the ground where we're stepping at so we don't fall. Oh, James is up. Yeah, James up deep up in what 10,500 feet above sea level. James is. James. James is up high, Mom. I don't know how far he's up there, but he's up on top of the mountain. He's not at the well, he's at the bottom down in Platteville. He's all the way. He's right there, 10,000. 10,000. That's you're up there. Pikes Peak area. That's a beautiful place. That's where the elk. You always hear the elk come out into the fields, and that's a beautiful place up there. 14,000 plus. Well, we'll be up there. Hope we don't get sick from being that high in altitude, but we're gonna be up there. And Colorado marijuana is legal. Hey, Mom, you want to take a trip? No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Yeah, them elk are bigger than your car up there. I'm scared to death of them. That's all I was trying to tell her. The deer around here, they'll run away from you. Them elk there, they'll chase you and jack you up. Them elk up there, they're huge, and just their size alone is just it's amazing. It's amazing up there. Smoking. Frosty. He might be here. He's up there. Frosty the Snowman. I know, man. But it's nice in Colorado. I miss it up there. I ain't been up there since we lived there. But we're going to take a trip up there this year. We definitely are. Yeah, like James said, them elk will bluff charge the shit out you. They won't just bluff charge you. Them things will charge you. Put their heads down and ram the shit out you. They won't just bluff. You might think it's a bluff charge and just stand there and watch him. And meanwhile, you're flung 50 foot up into the air, gone. Not in the winter. Yeah, you're right. I ain't know. I'm not. It's going to be like at the end of spring, beginning of summer. We're going to take that trip. We're going to plan for that trip. We're definitely going to take that trip. That's one of the main trips we're going down there. And yeah, they're going to have it here within the next year, legalized. So we'd be good on that one. Yeah, I couldn't comprehend something that big up in the trees myself, but on Higher Truth channel, I mean, he got it right on there. he got the clip. I mean, the whole video. I got the whole video on my channel, but I don't know exact timestamp. I heard Truth got that clip. It's called Shapeshifter, Shapeshifters, and that's the name of his video because he was showing some kind of shapeshifter that was peeking behind a tree on me that he found on my video, and he made a video about it. Okay, and then right after he was telling about that, he found one that was climbing up a tree as I was walking down the hill. That was the female I was telling you guys about that got the baby off on the other side, down by Bigfoot in the hole where we with the ravine, the maze, and all that is. That's why I really ain't been messing around down there too much. You know, this past year and a half, I ain't been down there maybe twice the whole time, just because I don't want to get in between her and the babies, because that could be something that can go wrong. Amy, it's under 18 degrees. It's gonna be cold winter this year, guys. It's gonna be colder than that, so get ready for it. It's gonna be cold, man. That's another thing. Kids hooked me up this winter for Christmas. They got me some full top bottom thermals. I got the face mask, winter face mask, thermal face mask. I got a heated cup. You guys see my cup, my Aries cup, got my name on it. I can't be leaving that shit laying in the woods. So I gotta put a chain on it, strap it to my waist. That cup's pretty cool wherever it's at. It's around here somewhere. Pretty good Christmas this year. I can't go and lie. It was pretty decent. 11. James, I'm gonna wait till it gets about 40 degrees. 11 below last night. Buddy, I hope you got some heat up there. Man, it was 50. Yeah, it was about 50 here today. And tomorrow it's supposed to be like 30, low 30s. It's the weather is, it don't know what the hell it wants to do. It's 50 in Ohio. Debbie, yeah, it was about 50 here today too. It's about 50 out there right now. It ain't 50 now, but what the shit, I'll tell you how cold it is. It ain't telling me. Is your phone telling you the temperature? I know it ain't that. It was nice today. It was like 50, 55 earlier today, throughout the day. Aries. Oh, how you see that? You seen it? Somebody said Aries, they're my sign. They got my name on it. I don't know if you guys seen it on Facebook, but this cup badass. You know, it's always got the hat, the Aries hat, but now I got the cup to go with it. That shit was all right. 105 here in Australia. Damn. I'm glad I'm not in the Outback. Ooh, I'd rather deal with this cold than 105. Who said that? He said 105 in Australia. Bird Lady? Is that who it is? Bird Lady. Man, stay in the shade. 105 in the winter. Shit, you better come this way during the summer. Down in Australia. Phew. That is right. I think Cal Jackson from Australia. He was saying they're in one of the biggest droughts of history down that way. He was telling me, and they're doing it that way. Tell me it's been like that for a few days. Hey, take a trip up. Hey, Bird Lady, you might want to take a trip up this way. It's about to get cold. We're about to see the teens up here. You might want to take a trip up here for the winter, and then but when you go back for the summer, it might be like 200 degrees. It's in the wintertime. It's 105 down there in December, Christmas time. Could you guys imagine July, August is going to be? Guys move out of the outback, get out of Australia, run from the sun. Man, I don't feel so bad now. Bird Lady got it bad. Just for fun, we were out there today checking on the tribe, and then these were not wanting to be messed with. Yes, river rocks. That yep. They let you know when they don't want you around. That's what they do to me too. But it seemed like this time of year they don't want nobody around them because they can't run. They leave track. They gotta either stay up high on top of the rocks or down in between the rocks, and they just don't want bothered with. So I don't push on them too much through the winter. I just kind of do like drive-bys on them throughout the winter. The summertime is when I push on them. I go into their houses, into their caves, and up into where I know I think they're going to be at. That's in the summertime when I push my luck with them more than in the wintertime. Because in the wintertime, you just don't know how they've been doing with the food situation, if they had enough to eat. Because if they go a couple of days without food, or if shit's running scarce out there, you might be on the menu. So you got to be careful in the wintertime because the animals, you don't know. You just got to give respect. Like Mary said, you got to respect their space no matter what when you're in there. And I got to teach even my kids, you don't leave no trace that you was there in that forest. Don't leave no trash or none of that shit. Even myself, I've effed up a couple of times and left my coffee cup up there a few times. And they play games with my coffee cups up there. I'll set it down a couple of times. Like, it does happen. I set my coffee cup down while I'm filming the gifting area where they had dumped all that junk at, and I'll set my cut down on a stump, and I'll start filming and talking about things that was moved, things that I put there, and forget totally about my coffee sitting there, and I'll start walking back to where we camp at, and sure as shit, that coffee that I forgot back there at the nesting area was sitting back there at the camp area. They did that like twice, 2 or 3 times they did that to me. They'll move it. Or one time, I didn't even leave my coffee there. It was a coffee that I left previously, like a couple weeks before that, still full of coffee. It was when the first night when Deb came with us. We went out there. We couldn't find the camp spot. We was on the other side of the rock. So I told everybody, just wait here. Me and Fred's gonna go look for the camp spot, and we'll come back and get you. So we ain't got to carry all this gear back and forth. So me and Fred walked out around to where the camp spot where we usually camp at in Bigfoot land. My coffee cup was sitting where I left the apples and stuff at. My coffee cup was sitting on that log right there. It like blew my mind. They keep doing little things. And another thing they did, I started leaving that black camera, leaving it set on the stump and walk away. The one put his finger up, that green finger. And then I tried it another time. I didn't get nothing, but the SD card was taken out, smashed, broken half, completely in two. The SD card, the SD card like was completely in half, it, in two pieces, and jammed back into the camera and closed up and set back down and shut off. It was shut off. Still had a full battery. It's like they're smart. They play games with you. Once you get to know them, they mess with you a little bit more. And the more you know about them, the more you don't. It shows you that you really don't know a lot because they're very intelligent. They have a language. I heard them speak a few times. I heard them talk. I don't know what the hell they were saying, but I definitely know that they have a language. It's more complex than ours. It sounds like a deaf person talking, it's weird. It kicks you off. Damn, James. You know what? You ain't the only person been having that problem, but I can't talk about it, James. On another live feed, we'll talk about it. This one's been going pretty smooth. I got good signal. As soon as we start talking about it, they'll shut us down. So let's keep it PG tonight, guys. Let's keep it PG, James. If they keep kicking you out, man, just keep coming back. Keep coming back. I know. I think Pamela was having problems with comment. They wouldn't let some people. They wouldn't even let them comment if they were saying something of importance. That it wouldn't even show up on here. They was telling me about it on my messenger. I mean, I know I'm being watched. I know I'm being followed, but I'm not going to stop what I'm doing. I'm going to keep continuing to do what I do, which is going to the woods and spending time with my kids, even though my kids ain't been going out there like they're supposed to be. I'm gonna try to get Mike out there this weekend. That kicked me off just a minute ago. See what I'm saying? Yeah, Lori, that's another thing they was doing. That's what I was talking. They're taking. There's a bag full of stuffed animals where some asshole dumped a bunch of garbage out there, and I'm still gonna get that cleaned up. The reason I haven't cleaned it up yet is because the park ranger got the deer cams. There's 3 deer cams on that area. I seen them. I know where they are. I'm not messing with them. They're theirs, and they know that I know. But they're they're waiting for them to come back up and dump again. They dumped 3 different piles there, and they know that they're going to do it again. So they're waiting for them to come back and do it again. Once that's over, me and the kids are going to go up there. I got this guy going to haul it away for $50. But my kids got to go up there and bag it up in the bags, and this guy's gonna haul it away for $50. So we're gonna clean up that neck of the woods around Bigfoot land. That's probably not gonna be till next spring, next summer, once the game warden's done with whatever they're going to do. Hopefully, whoever's dumping up there don't dump no more, because if they do, they're going to go to jail. Without a doubt, they will get their license plates because they have to back up to that area. And once they back up to that area, trust me, they're going to get their license plate. So if you're watching, I advise you, do not dump no shit on that mountain. You shouldn't be doing it anyways. Retro, going on, Retro. I think they will. I hope they catch them too. That's why I really ain't been messing with nothing up there in that area. I've been staying away from that. Once I seen that they did have cameras up there, I ain't been. If I do go there, I'll walk straight on through. I don't mess with their shit because the cameras are steady be going off. So I just keep on going straight through it. Do I play an instrument? Years ago, I used to play tenor saxophone, but not anymore. It's like once I became an adult, all them toys they faded away. Helpful review. That was a deleted message. So I see my moderators are at work. Thanks, guys. You guys saved me a lot, man. Smoking can below. Yeah, I got it quick. That my doctor already got on me about it, and that's one of the things that's on my New Year's resolution is to get rid of these things. They got to go because they. I ain't gonna go there. I'm not gonna go down that road. This is not that kind of video, but I gotta quit or else. So I'm going to quit this year. That's my New Year's resolution to quit smoking. after this year, you won't see no more bugler in my hand. Play some music in the maze, they would go check you out. Uh, I really don't want to mess with that maze. I'm going to mess with it one more time because I last time I tried to go up there, I couldn't find it. It's like I was walking back and forth that along that side and I couldn't find it. And once she growled at me, I just headed out of there. I gave up looking for it. So I didn't really I couldn't find the maze. I'm going to wait till Fred comes out with me and we're going to go up in that on that side and see what's going on, what changed with the maze. Check that area out because that area she stays in just one little spot with them babies, and I don't want to bother with her. I mean, we got her on film so many times. I got so many pictures of her. I don't want to bother with her at all with her babies because I'm not at all sure what she'll do at it. She could. We've been lucky with them so far when it comes to her. That last week going down there, I now see that she has a new addition. She has three little ones. Well, he's about 4.5 foot, and two little ones. 2 years ago, there was a newborn. You could tell they had no hair on his face, but he seemed like he's a little bit older, and they're walking around now. And there's two of them that's little around now with her. I seen them this week coming while I was down in there. So I'm not gonna mess with that side of that mountain too much anymore. I'm let her go over there, live peacefully over on that side. No one really goes over there. And I think that's why she's over there. I'm gonna stick on this side over of the mountain where Bigfoot land is. That seems like that's where the whole tribe is. And she went off by herself over there and took her babies off to live by herself. It's what it seemed like to me. And all the time that I've been going out there, it's like she stays over there. And all the times I've ever got her on film and the babies, they was always over in the same area between the maze and the bottom of the ravine and nowhere else. But either or, I mean, I can go tomorrow morning and find her, and without a problem. It's like she don't move with them, and she feels safe there, which I understand. I'm just not gonna mess with them, her or her babies. I don't want to get stuck in between, and anything happen, I'll be the next one missing. Harold, thanks, Harold. We're going to try some crazy shit out there, but just not over there. Females act different. You never know, right? That's what I was saying. That's why I don't really want to mess with them because when you get a mom and the babies, anything can happen, and all rules are out the window. Anything goes when you're messing with a mom and the kids. That's why you ain't seen me down there that much. That just that one trip down through last week was it. The last four videos that you guys seen, that was the last time I've been down there, and which is a good thing because now I know that she has another addition on, so she's still coming over, getting knocked up, and back over to her spot and having babies. I mean, that's a sign that they're making more, they're reproducing without a doubt because she showed me that. But I'm not gonna mess with her no more. I'm just gonna leave them alone over there. Be by themselves. Like I said, me and Fred's gonna go check the maze out once just to see how much it changed and film it. But other than that, I'm not gonna mess with her much at all. She's big, and I don't want to piss her off. She's huge. Actually, on my fast, she's the one that it's like it's real blurry, but you can tell she got a log. She's holding a log on her shoulder, and I was climbing up the bank. And when I'm climbing up, Mike's over on the other side filming me climbing up. And I told Mike if he sees anything up there to holler, let me know because I'm climbing, I can't see. And it walked up with that log on his shoulder, looked down at me and turned around and walked away. Like she could have wiped me out. She could have took that log and just flung it down and wiped me right back down in that ravine. But she looked at me. She might have thought about it and then just turned around and walked off. And Mike got that shot of her, good shot. He was kind of shaky. He was filming it, and he didn't warn me. He didn't say, "Dad, watch out, Dad." Nothing. Like Mike froze. Maybe he got zapped while he was looking at it, but he was looking straight at it. Didn't warn me. Good to see you on here. I quit for 2, 3 months, but started. But yeah, this smoking. I tried to get the doctor to prescribe me that Chantix, but my insurance won't cover it, and that costs too much to pay for it straight out. So I'm going to have to decide that enough is enough. Wake up one morning and just not mess with it, just not do it no more. I gotta definitely quit. Yeah, that's simply that's what I was diagnosed with it myself a couple months ago, and uh, they took a scan in months and go back in, take an autopsy again. Now I'm waiting for the results to come back to see what that is. But regardless, he says if I don't stop now, there's no chance of even stopping at all. So that, and that's why I don't want to be like that. I'm not the only person that's going to be that I'm affecting. I'm hurting in the situation, and I didn't want this video to go that direction, but I seen the comments that I already kind of did. So, all right, James, you have a good one. But we're gonna quit talking about that anyway. Let's just say I'm done smoking after this year. All right, James, you have a good one, buddy. I see you soon, man. You gave up on giving up. I was there, but there's a lot in life that there's to be grateful for, and now I'm not there. And you got to realize that, like the kids around you, spend time with them, and they'll show you what a good reason to live for. Just go to your kids; they always show you what's up. And Cindy, Greg, I definitely am. That's sad to hear. Yeah, Harold, I noticed walking just out there walking in the forest. I definitely gotta quit. This that's my downfall. Smoking. I'm gonna quit this year. I only got a couple days left of smoking, so I'm get the best of it while I can. But it's coming to an end. Yeah, married Mike. They're coming back out more or less. They're they're like bored with the Bigfoot scene. It seemed like to me, and we're losing connection. It says it got some good signal, but they're getting bored of the Bigfoot scene, and it seemed like they're tired of going out with Dad out there to the woods. That's why, come January, starting in January, the other channel, Just Real World, I'm gonna start doing paranormal things with the kids, going to different places, going to lockdown. We want to try that's abandoned sane asylum in West Virginia. It's supposed to be one of the most haunted places in America. The prison here in West Virginia, we're going to check that out. Spent overnight challenge in that. There's a lot of things that we're going to do on that channel that I got planned. But like I said, it's not going to be just haunted videos on that. It's going to be a little bit of paranormal, a little bit of just everything other than the Bigfoot world. This channel is going to stay Bigfoot. That channel is going to be like my life diary, whatever event that I'm doing for that day. If it ain't got to do with the woods, it'll be on that channel. It, you guys understand what I'm saying? Mason, what's going on, Mason? Good to see you on. You running late, but I got some plans for this year. I'm just glad this year was a bitch. Man, I'm glad it's over. I'm so glad it's over. To hire for a paranormal dude. That ain't bad. Pamela, we keep that in mind. But Massachusetts is a trip. That's like we had to plan for a long trip. Long way from here. Bigfoot, Memphis. Man, I wish you could post pics here. I have it weird. Bigfoot, Memphis. You can come over. I think you're a member on Facebook. If not, come over to Into the Woods with Jeff on Facebook. All my Bigfoot pictures are there. It's a closed group. If you're not on there, come over and I'll add you in. Definitely, there's a lot of stuff you can check out on there, and I wouldn't mind checking out some of the stuff you got for sure. I smoked for 45 years. Then my sister said, try the vapes. Yeah, but them vapes, they're, everybody's getting that wet lung from the vapes. I don't know. I don't know about them vapes. I'm just going. My mom for Christmas, she got me a gigantic thing of cinnamon. That's gonna be every time I want a cigarette, I'm just gonna run for the cinnamon candy and just try to get off of it like that. But I gotta quit no matter what. If I want to live, I gotta quit. So I quit. Don't worry about that, guys. I'll quit. My fault, guys. I was catching up on you guys' comments, but yeah, that vaping, thousand some chemicals in tobacco, and in the vaping chemicals, there's like 11,000 chemicals in the vaping. So when it comes down to it, the vaping probably might be worse than smoking. So I'm not going that route either. I want to just quit. Stick to. I love you guys. All my moderators, Mary, all you guys, you guys are doing a good job, man. Thanks. You guys are saving me a headache because I ain't gonna lie. There's a lot of assholes in the world, and you can't make everybody happy. And I'm not here to. I'm just here to have fun, just like you guys. Learn from each other and just live, live a little. Like most Sargi would say, live a little. What is this? Is the best CBC oil for vapor. See, I don't know. I don't really know about vape. I don't know too much at all about vapor. But I think you're talking about cannabis oil, if I'm not mistaken, Louis. CBC oil. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do, Harold. I got to. My mom hooked me up for Thanksgiving, so I'm definitely gonna try that cinnamon candy. I got plenty of it. So there, if you go. into those institutions because dark shadows are demonic activity. Oh, yes. Cindy, you're right on about that. Cindy Gregg. Uh, you're right about that, 100%. And just watching all the other like urban explorers, they've been through some shit when it comes to that paranormal world, and that's one of the factors we gotta factor in that you never know what you're gonna run into when it comes to haunted places, and in the paranormal world. It's just I'm really not ready for. It's interesting, and we experienced ourselves just being out in the forest doing overnighters. We experienced so much crazy shit that already just looking for Bigfoot. We going down in that cave. I was praying, and as I was asking God to give us strength to go into this hole, something said that was weak, and flipped a rock down at Fred. Just it lifted up in the air and flung right down at Fred, and I filmed it. I got it. It like blew my mind that there that we don't know, and I've seen enough to say that there's something there, and I think my kids would enjoy that. They will adrenaline rush from being scared, being out there with their dad, running around looking at ghosts and shit happening around them. That would make for a great environment. My kids have good chemistry together. Mike and Jeff together, they're funny when they're together, and then the ghost on top of them two, it would be gold. It would definitely be gold. It said that was yeah, on that video. Um, Higher Truth did a video on that. It's called Cave Camping Gone Wrong by Higher Truth. As I was going, Fred was in front of me going, climbing down into the hole, into that cave. And as I was going down in filming Fred, I said, God, watch, give us the strength, watch over us as we're going down into this unknown. And it said that was weak. Like it didn't, I didn't believe in what, like it said that was weak. And as soon as it said that was weak, a rock over to my right flipped, a big triangle one flipped down at Fred and tripped down, rolled down the hill just by itself up in the air. I got it on film, and he got it. Higher Truth got a clip of it. If you guys want to check out his channel, it's Higher 7 RUTH, and the video is called Cave Camping Gone Wrong Voices. He's and and then if you want to go back and watch that video and watch it frame by frame or whatever, you guys can go do that. It's Cave Camping Gone Wrong. It's that cave is amazing, and that's kind of what got me even wanting to do this paranormal channel coming up here this year. Is that cave and the experiences that we had in there and the actions that we got out of Mike. Mike, like the time me and my Uncle Joe laid on the rocks and pretend like we were sleeping, and we used Mike as bait. We just laid there on the rock, pretend like we were sleeping, and just let Mike go and turn Mike with the camera. It was funny. It was the funniest thing. They started messing with him, throwing rocks. You hear rocks pinging off the walls around us. And Mike goes, Dad, Joe, Dad, wake up, Joe. And we just laid there. And the more Mike got scared, the worse they would do it to him. The more activity, and we just laid there and let it happen, let him get it on film. And then finally we got up and started, we walked out, got up on top. It took us like an hour and a half to talk Mike to go back down into the ground. It was pouring down raining up top, and Mike, he would not go back down under there. I said, Mike, we got a couple hours left before daylight. We got our camping gear down there. We got to go back down. But that cave is what got us into wanting to do the paranormal thing. We're gonna start that this year, coming up this new year on Jeff's Real World. And I'm always gonna do the Bigfoot channel. So this is my main channel. I always no matter what, hit the woods. I'm gonna start having daily videos up on here too, because what I'll do is I'll go out on like on Sunday. There's no hunting on Sunday, and I'll whatever I filmed that day. I have to break it down into like a series of 5 videos, and it takes me all week to finally upload that whole day up. So I'm definitely going to have a video every day coming up on this channel from being in the woods, and at the same time, I'm gonna have like 2, 3 videos a week up on Jeff's Real World coming up. So I got some big plans coming up. We just gotta get it going. Family you can't find on Facebook. It's Jeff Friend. Oh, that's why. Pamela is PA Bigfoot into the woods with Jeff. Or if you can put Jeff Friend PA Bigfoot into the woods. I forgot about that whole PA Bigfoot thing. Maybe even if you just put Jeff Friend PA Bigfoot, my face will come up, my picture will come up, and you just click on there and send a friend request, and I'll get a notification on my phone, and I'll get you in there. Why don't your uncle go anymore? He does. He just mainly goes. I take him. I take my uncle out like just for the most extreme dangerous situations, like in the cave, or the overnight in the cave. Just when it's really extreme and I need firepower, I'll bring him where I know I need protection, that things can go wrong. That's when my uncle will come in. Other than that, it's just been mainly me and Fred and Mike this whole time. But the last couple of weeks, it's just been me because it's been a bad year, guys. It's been a hell of a bad year. Jeff, their structures through the woods is a lot like a circuit board. Yeah, the airplane way ends up in there. Um, Northern Minnesota Sasquatch, you're on to something. You're definitely on to something. And it's like only in their area you see them structures like that. If I make a video on this and show proof, I already know. Yeah, it definitely would be demonetized. They don't want the truth out there, but sometimes that's what you got to do to get the truth out there. But I've been noticing that. I've been noticing how like all the logs they'll run and they'll connect. It is like one big circuit board. Now that you said that, and the way all the structures are lined up, and the way everything's in and weaved in with each other, so you definitely might be on to something. But all them structures mean something. I'm just not sure what they all mean. Are you going to go talk to the lady that lives with? Yeah. Well, I had another idea about that. I'm glad you said something, Kelly. What I want to do, she watches. I'm gonna figure out when my new computer comes. You're talking about Sheila's world. Right now, she just had that accident where she fell. She had her nose broke. All right, but what I want to do is how I want to go about Sheila's world this year is I want to get her like on Friday Night Live. I'm gonna have her. She has a little laptop. I'm gonna call her on like via Messenger or something like that, and like or Skype, and where we can be on video together, and she could tell you guys the story of how she grew up with him, her story of how she went to school every day and they walked her to school. Her whole story, like on one of these Friday Night Lives, and then that week after she tells her story, me and my uncle go out there to that area because we already know pretty much where everything's at from the last time we was out there. She showed us. We'll go out and film the area. Her where her house used to be. It's like ruins now. It's like nothing but a foundation. And I'll show you guys where her route to the bus stop, where me and her had our encounter at, and she knows where they're at before it does run you off. But if you follow the creek up, it takes you. So she told me how to get them on film. Pretty much get her on to tell the story, tell her story, her and her condition. She's not going to be able to on film, just telling the story. You guys can ask questions, and then that week we'll go out and we'll film that location of where she lived, where everything happened. That's coming up. But on Sheila, that's about the only way that like on Skype or something, to where we can both can view us both at the same time. Memphis, you have amazing ideas. Love you. You think, right? I don't know, but they definitely eat that. I noticed that they're eating, but they're stripping them down to nothing. I mean, they're tearing them trees up this year. Last year they was just like the bigger trees. They would just take the bark completely and hang it on branches and letting it dry out, and then they'll come back through and they'll eat it. They're only doing that with one certain tree, but I noticed this year they're they're eating smaller trees. They're like the 2 inches round. They're eating. They're not going for the bigger trees. The tree bark. They're eating the same kind of tree. I'm not sure what tree it is, but it's just. But we've been on here 2 hours anyways, guys. I don't want to cut it off. I don't want to cut it short. But this weekend, guys, I got some videos coming up for you. It should be an interesting one. I'm got some I don't want them intercepting where I'm going. Shit coming. There's some crazy shit definitely coming. But other than that, guys, until I start talking about Sheila and maybe somehow get her on to where we be on the same camera. Well, I can't be at her house at 9 o'clock, 7 o'clock at night because she in Uniontown. I'm in Corona. I can and she can tell me before this shit cuts off. We just got started, right, Harold? I know. I know. Once we start talking, I will. What your name is? All right. Is your Rhonda? Is your picture the same picture on YouTube as it is on? That's cool. Then it's going. I'm gonna be as safe as I can, but I'm gonna celebrate. I hope for a good. I definitely do. I'm most. I'll never go alone again at nighttime. I'll never do that again. You're by yourself out there. All the wildlife want to get up next to you and try you out, test you, see what's going on with you. I don't. And when you got a couple guys with you, 2 or 3 people, and it seems like when you're by yourself, they'll come in and try. It would probably be that I've seen. I've had about 4 sightings, and I think 3 of them was the same one. He was about I want to say 7 foot tall. That's something I want to talk to you about, and it's something that still to this day we found here going out there. I ain't never ran it. I ran it at a distance, and I don't ever want to run into him in my life. This dude got 22. I found the 23 or 22 and a half inch footprint. It was 6 wide. It scared my body when I seen it. That day we found it. All right, creek bed. We heard some. We won't next like, but that's what it sounded like. So I said, Fred, what the hell is that? I told him, you cut up across the top there, and I work my way down the bottom towards you. All right, so I'm walking down that old creek bed, and Fred cuts across the woods, and where 7, 8 foot tall blew my mind. I watched him like leap over this creek. It was about a 4 or 5 foot wide creek. He stepped to film it because I was waiting for him to pop out on the other. He stepped over, and then Fred stepped over the same way, did the same thing. It's like, how is that possible? How's Fred not seeing it? It's right there in front of him, and it blew my kind of like maybe I was just seeing things because it stepped over. I seen his stepped over the meat and the muscle when he stepped, and now it was wrote it off like maybe I seen something. Fred had to seen it. It was right in front of him. They both did the exact same thing, and that to this day I can't explain that. I don't know if he was walking and didn't see up what was walking in front, not even 10 in front of him, but myself. Just last week I walked past him, and there's you talk at the second automatically. I don't know. I really don't know on that one. I like we proved that too many times. We just gotta watch. We'll have to shut it down. We grab me something to drink. I'm gonna get caught up on you guys' comments. This older's kicking my ass. Gene, I know, man, you need to get that checked out. I keep telling you this morning. I hope you feel better soon, Gene. Yeah, Gene, he need to go get checked out because he's been having problems lately. It might not just be acid bullshit with you guys. Definitely running about. For one, YouTube is upset. They keep cutting. It's always something. But take it easy, Harold. Take it easy, man. But to the rest of you guys, I think I'm gonna cut this one short. Actually, it ain't really been that short. We've been on for basically a little bit over 2 hours, so it really ain't been that short. And everybody keeps losing signal. I noticed I've been going down to like 2 bars, then 4 bars, then 1 bar. It's like, thanks, Mary. I try to be, but all you can do is live life on life's terms. That's all you can do. But guys, I'm gonna go ahead and head out of here. Go get something to drink. Get my coffee out the mic. Get it going. Get ready for tomorrow. Hunting season's about over, so I'm about to go full swing into the woods. I want to get that deer cam set up out there. Cindy, Greg, you have a good night yourself. I know, Mary. It's always something. Bobby J, you have a good night. Debbie, everybody, Mom, you have a good one. I hit you up here in a little bit, man. I know you're mad. I didn't get to make it down for New Year's. I'll talk to you in a little bit. The kids all showed up at the same time on me. I ended up spending Christmas here with them. But I'll be there to make it up to you. Everybody else, you have a good New Year's. Please be safe. Don't no one drink and drive. If you plan on drinking like I do it at somebody's house, at your house. Plan on staying where you're at and just have fun with it. If crazy shit starts happening, pick up a camera and film it. I wouldn't mind watching that. But everybody, you guys have a good Christmas. Well, Christmas is over. Thank God. This year's about over. Good night, everyone. Mom, good night. I love everybody. I love you, Mom. Stay tuned for the next one.